Have you ever had the urge to just cut off all your hair or maybe just your bangs? Marielle and I got into a conversation about our haircuts before our podcast episode recording, and it became its own conversation all by itself. And so I thought I just had to share it here for all of us that have cut off our hair for different reasons in our lives.
Have you ever had a buzz cut?
I have actually. I loved it. Loved it. I mean, it wasn't buzz. It was about a half-inch long.
I
Loved it.
have not done that
I'll
yet.
have to share a picture with you. It was when I was in June. It was when I was in college. It was one of those moments where I was close to graduation. I was like overworked and knew I was heading out into the real world. I'd broken up with a boyfriend of a long time. I guess we hadn't broken up yet. We had bought a house and gotten a dog, and we were gonna like go move into this real adult life that he wasn't ready for. And so I was having this like freak out moment knowing that our relationship was dying, but now I'm stuck, and that I'm graduating and now I'm like stuck and like all this stuckness. And so I cut off all my hair. And I always think it's a sure sign of like Phoenix transformation, like when you cut off all your hair like that. Because my hair was like this at the time. And I just
Yeah.
and I loved it.
And you immediately just felt empowered.
Loved it. And it exemplified like the freedom I wanted. And it just made me feel like I just shed all of this like heaviness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I know in many cultures, I know in it's one of the sayings in many Filipino communities. There's many ethnic communities in Philippines. In some of our sayings, right? It's like you carry your past and your emotions in your hair, and so it's very sacred. And so when you actually cut it, it tends to be very symbolic. And I think that many cultures have some variation of that.
Well, and
But
it's interesting you say that because the last couple of years, my dad and I have actually been working on understanding our Native American history, and that we have this Native American heritage and culture in our bloodline that we really didn't know very much about. And so we've been trying to like figure that out. And so it's interesting that you say that because I've been growing my hair longer, and every time I think about cutting it, I think about that Native American belief system around your hair, and that we do hold our stories in our hair. And so also we hold traumas in our hair, right? We hold these traumatic experiences, like our hair is our DNA of our story. And so every time I think about cutting it, I think like I hesitate, and I'm like, well, your story is in here, like it's in your DNA now. But it makes sense too then. And now like I reflected back on cutting all my hair off in college, like it makes sense. I was trying to shed a story I didn't want to be.
it's so powerful. I don't think I have the courage yet to buzz my head, but it's still young.
Man,
Join our Facebook group, Roam Your Soul, and you can also find us on Instagram at Roam Your Soul. And don't forget to check out the website for upcoming adventures, www.roamyoursoul.com. And if you're looking for that next executive level leadership coach, you can find me at roamyoursoul.com/Christine Fauner Coaching.